I have messages with Dr. Damina that I'm going to release on the platform, where Dr. Damina was giving me tactics on how to collect money.
There's one young man in South Africa, I think he may be in Zimbabwe now or somewhere, who came to me some time back and said he has started preaching Christ now. He wants to preach only Christ, Christ only, nobody but Christ only. And he started what he called a movement. Then it started biting hard. He started fighting all the false prophets and everybody he will attack. And things became dry. When things became dry, he reached out to me. And when he reached out to me, he started looking for how I can assist him. I assisted him a few times financially. I sent him money just to encourage him. He said, you know, because I'm no more preaching those other things now, things are so tough and I'm getting tempted to go back. I said, no, don't go back. Let's assist you. But while I was doing that, I discovered there would be a problem. Because number one, he was still in this flamboyancy. He still had this greed. He is asking for money, but he was still looking for how to wear designer shoes, designer suits. He was still looking for how to live expensive life. I knew his convictions were not genuine. And I knew he will not last. He is back to where he was.
Because I asked him, so how do you then collect offering when you are preaching this kind of gospel? He sent me messages. I have voice messages of Dr. Damina and myself on the phone, because my phone automatically records any conversation that it has. And this is the time to use such conversations to put Dr. Damina back in line, because he is now crossing the line too much. He is now beginning to think that he's invincible. He is now beginning to think that he's untouchable. Yet he is a crooked liar, a con artist and a deceiver of naught. He has crafted his thing in such a way that he knows exactly what he is doing. He knows why he's fighting Prophet Jeremiah Omoto Fufein. He's not fighting him for anything. It's a Game of Thrones. It's a fight for territory. It's a fight for power. He is fighting to be the powerful one. He is not fighting for you. He is not fighting for you. He's selling books. He's selling different things. Yes, he does not tell people that his books are going to heal people. But the fact that he's selling those faith books, he is already telling people that you don't need healing, you don't need this, you don't need oil, you don't need salt, but you need a book. When you read a book, you are feeding your spirit. When you feed your spirit, you are not going to be sick. You are going to have money. You are going to do this. Dr. Damina is a sophisticated thief. He's a sophisticated man who has mastered the art of thievery. This is just the beginning. I am going to outline why I stopped following Dr. Abel Damina. I see so many people coming up with a picture where I posted him, I think some years back, and I said, this is my spiritual father. It is true. I am not just speaking about Dr. Abel Damina because I know him from internet. I'm not just speaking about him because I know him from Facebook. I'm not just talking about him because I know him from Instagram or YouTube. I have spoken to him on the phone. I've interacted with him for months upon months upon months. I was supposed to become a student at Dr. Abel Damina's Bible school in Nigeria. He wanted me to come to Nigeria and attend his Bible school. But then upon realizing that most of the reasons why he preaches the way he does, it is because Dr. Abel Damina is angry. He is full of anger. He is angry, and his anger is projected towards Dr. Paul Enenche, Bishop Oyedepo, Bishop Adeboye, and all these different pastors we have grown over the years and have become so big. His anger is driven by greed. That is why he's trying by all means to manipulate his way up. The only way to do it is to attack those who are bigger than him so that he may put himself in the same level with those that he's attacking. I know the tactics that Dr. Damina is using because I am the one who created this system that they are all following today. How can Dr. Damina stand on a pulpit and call Dr. Paul Enenche a small boy? How can he climb a pulpit to call Bishop David Oyedepo a small boy? What about us, the new generation that is following behind him as he calls himself a father? What are we supposed to learn? So already we are learning that it is possible that you can dishonor your father. It is possible that you can honor your father today and dishonor him tomorrow. It is possible that you can honor a friend today and dishonor him tomorrow. It is possible. So he is teaching us rebellion. This is rebellion that he is teaching, but you don't realize it because you are also angry and you are mad at your previous pastor. You are still angry at him and you are using Dr. Damina's teachings to justify your anger. Heal, child of God. Heal. Heal and stop following these angry men who are using the platform of Christ to project their anger in doctrines and teachings simply because they are failing to achieve what those that he is fighting have achieved. It is time for Dr. Damina to stop. Preach your message. Yes, no one will bother you. But don't stand on that pulpit and use that pulpit to be attacking almost every pastor, everyone. You are turning your pulpit you are turning your entire church into a gathering of clownery, foolery, bumfoolery, tomfoolery. You are turning that church into a gathering of clowns who are coming to watch a performance. You are turning that church into a gathering of comics. It is time for you to stop. I am not stopping.